She looks at you. You freeze. In that split second, all your doubts rush in. Should you say something? Are you confident enough? Is she judging you? Here's the secret that flips the script. The 5-second rule. Seriously, it sounds simple, but when you use it right, it instantly commands respect, not just from any woman you meet, but from yourself first. I'm about to show you exactly how to use the 5-second rule in real conversations, why it works, and how in just 5 seconds, you can change how women see you, forever. Most guys don't realize how those first moments in any interaction set the tone. Ever noticed how you make little micro decisions constantly? Should I approach? Should I speak up? Should I disagree? Every time you hesitate, even for a moment, your mind leaps in, throws up doubts, plays worst-case scenarios, and suddenly you're talking yourself out of the thing you actually want to do. Here's how it works. Anytime you have an instinct to act, you count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you move. You speak, you step forward, you take action before your brain floods you with second-guessing and insecurity. Let's break that down into real social situations because you're probably wondering, how does counting to 5 actually make a woman respect you? The answer isn't magic, it's neurology. The brain is hardwired for safety. Anything new, any potential rejection or risk, triggers your flight instinct. You hesitate, you analyze, and, if you're like almost everyone else, you talk yourself out of half the things you want to do. Women can sense that hesitation. They feel it in your body language, see it in your eyes, pick up on it instantly. It's like you're advertising, "I'm not sure I belong. I'm not sure I'm enough." Not exactly a respect signal. Instantly, your mind says, "Hey, you should talk to her about that book." Here's what usually happens. Doubt flares up, you worry about being awkward, you start running scenarios, and by the time you've decided you might, maybe, go say something, the moment's gone. But with the 5-second rule, you catch that first instinct, count down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and by 1, you're already walking toward her. That action, despite the fear, shows confidence. You respect yourself for doing it, and she feels it, instantly. But let's step into the mechanics, because the real key is what's happening below the surface. When you count down, your focus shifts from those looping, paralyzing thoughts to a clear, physical intention. It's called metacognition, thinking about your thinking, and it gives you just enough space to override your hesitation habit. Your physiology changes. Your body language opens up. The respect you feel for yourself radiates outward, and women pick up on it. Sometimes more than whatever you actually say. Now, this isn't just for starting conversations. Imagine you're in a relationship already, and a tension arises. Maybe you feel slighted or you sense something is off. You have the impulse to say how you feel, but you pause, unsure if it's the right time or if you'll be misunderstood. Again, that's where respect can be lost. Not because you have doubts, but because you let those doubts rule your action. Instead, catch that moment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Speak up. Express your concern respectfully. That pause empowers you to choose your response, not react impulsively or, just as often, hold back and let resentment simmer. That leads to the next powerful layer of the 5-second rule. It's not just about taking any action fast. It's about regulating your reaction, especially under stress. You breathe, you count, and in that sliver of space, you gain the power to choose a response that reflects strength, not insecurity. Why does that earn respect? Because women, like all people, respect someone who can handle their emotions, who can be real but not ruled by their triggers. Taking that brief pause shows presence, control, maturity. It's the opposite of being hot-headed or avoidant, and it's magnetic. Let's make this even more practical. Maybe you're at dinner, a topic comes up where you disagree. Many guys, worried about confrontation or losing favor, stay silent, nod along, or laugh it off. Others react too quickly, dominating, trying to win. Both approaches erode respect. The 5-second rule gives you space to gather your thoughts, measure your words, then state your opinion clearly and calmly. You're not agreeing just to get along. You're not bulldozing to dominate. Also, if you're ready to fast-track your success, check out my new course in the description or comments for exclusive strategies. You train yourself, through action, to value your own instincts and to back yourself. Guess what? That's the foundation of self-respect, and it's impossible for someone else to consistently respect you if you don't show it first. When a woman sees you act without begging for approval or shying away from your truth, she feels underneath it all that you are safe, trustworthy, worth listening to. Now, some guys here make a woman respect you instantly and think respect is about bravado, showing off, or being tough. But respect, in truly magnetic men, is about authenticity plus action. It's about consistency. Do you say what you mean? Can you step forward instead of shrinking? Can you regulate yourself when things get hard? The 5-second rule is your shortcut to all of those, because it moves you out of your head and into your values fast. Imagine the compound effect of this in daily life. Because while surface confidence can fade or get rattled, real self-trust anchors you no matter what. Of course, nobody's perfect. There will be times you hesitate, overthink, maybe miss the mark. The beauty of the 5-second rule is that you don't need to always have the perfect line or big moves. It's about recognizing those micro moments when you're about to shrink or self-sabotage and using the rule to shift course. The woman in front of you might not even know why you suddenly seem more attractive, but she'll feel it. You'll feel it. Let's take it a step deeper. For some guys, especially if you're shy or have had bad experiences, the hardest part is making yourself visible, speaking up, risking being seen as too much or not enough. The 5-second rule doesn't just help with external action. It trains your mind to tolerate that discomfort, to make it through the few seconds when your heart races and your palms sweat, and do the thing anyway. You want to tell her something real about yourself instead of sticking to safe topics? 5 seconds. Each time, you build this inner muscle, and over time, that becomes your natural way of being. But let's be real, it's not a magic button. Sometimes, you'll count down and still freeze up or mumble. Other times, she might not respond the way you dreamed. Here's the twist. Each time you act anyway, you reinforce your own self-worth. Paradoxically, that willingness to risk not being liked is exactly what commands respect. Think about the people you admire. Are they the ones who always play it safe, who only say what's popular, or are they the ones who are honest, direct, and willing to own their choices even if not everyone agrees? That's the energy the 5-second rule builds. It pushes you toward authenticity, toward being a leader in your own life, not a passenger. The 5-second rule doesn't prevent setbacks. It gives you the resilience to handle them on your own terms. You don't spiral into shame or retreat forever. You use those same 5 seconds to process, steady yourself, and try again, maybe a little sharper, a bit more open next time. That refusal to fold when things get tough is exactly what makes respect stick. And not just from women, but friends, colleagues, even strangers. You become known for action more than hesitation, for grounded responses more than reactions, for calm even when storms hit. So, if you're sitting there waiting for some advanced, complicated technique, ask yourself, is complexity what you need, or is it consistent action? Most men already know what to do. They know the right thing to say, the kind move to make, the boundary to set. It's just that split second of hesitation, waiting or doubting or stalling, that derails them. Or, if you're triggered or upset, use that same countdown to pause, steady your breath, and then respond. Not just to win, but to connect. Watch her eyes when you do this. Watch how she shifts, relaxes, tunes in. Because women respect men who can act from intention, not just compulsion, men who can hold presence even in discomfort. True respect isn't about being perfect, always having clever lines, or doing big gestures. It's built in the hundreds of micro-actions every day where you choose action over avoidance, honesty over pleasing, forward movement over waiting for the right moment. Every time you try the 5-second rule and move forward, even if you stumble a little, you send a message. I respect my own instincts enough to trust them, and I respect you enough to be fully present, honest, and engaged. Use it everywhere, not just with women, but with coworkers, friends, even family. Thanks for watching. If you want to get the results you wish for fast, then check my limited time offer on my new course, which will skyrocket your success in dating. Click the link right now down below in the description or in the comments and grab this opportunity. See you in there.